Taylor, Jennifer went with us also, and we checked out a bunch of hotels. They took us to other hotels. They took us to some of the most fabulous restaurants I've ever been to in my life, and I've been to some super crazy restaurants. Two stand out. It was one that we went on a van and we went like down through the jungle. And we're down through the jungle, down through the jungle, and down through the jungle, and down through the jungle. And then we stopped and we got out and we got on a golf cart and we went further into the jungle. Do you remember that?
Yes, of course. I saw like a coconut
It was
jungle.
crazy.
Yeah.
So when we got off the golf cart, there was this fabulous 3 different buildings down there, and these ponds. They weren't ponds. It was like, I don't know what you call them. They're square ponds. It was like a big pond, like big as this room, not this room, but like big, wide as y'all are and straight back. And it was squares. And in each one of them, it had different flowers in it. Like it was, so it'd be like, instead of chairs, it would be square, 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 all the way back with flowers. Can you imagine that? No, I can't imagine that. So like a 50 by 100 pond, but no, it wasn't like mountains around it. It was flat, like a pool. And it had flowers in each one blocked off square. Like you took a picture and you're like, this is not real. It just looked that awesome. And then the ocean was right there with the palm trees. And that was what was the name of that place? You know what?
PRU.
PRU.
Yeah.
Peru,
They're just
went to Peru.
celebrating Michelin star. Remember?
They got their they get another star. They got Michelin rated. Y'all know what Michelin rated restaurants are? Let's say you need to go in there to the tune of 200, 300 per person to eat there. And it ain't no fast food. It's like 7 courses, and every dish is a masterpiece. Like you look at it, you go like, this is not food. This is a trophy, or this is a artwork.
Like an art food,
not kidding you, like
really delicate.
Artwork. Like just, I eat it all. And they, you know how like y'all know y'all experts in wine or nothing, but they pair. So they be like, well, your palate will be, this is the right wine for this. I'll be like, pour it, baby. Yeah. Like can you imagine that $200 or $300 each, and it was 10 of us there, right? Crazy. That was Peru. Is that in Phuket or
in Phuket?
In Phuket. And it was 2 other restaurants there, 2 other buildings there that were just amazing. But we were in a smaller. I mean, you can imagine the service, just unbelievable. And then the one that we got on the. Okay, so same. We go into a hotel and we're walking. Like, are we walking to China? Where are we going?
We like you to exercise before to get the meal, you know.
Right.
To make then you feel more starving.
Well, they want me. It's an awesome restaurant. I mean, awesome hotel. This stuff is beautiful. We get there, there's a river, and we're standing there at the river, and there's a rope about that big going across the river, and across the river, about far from here to that sign back there, about that there, you can see fire everywhere, just like live fire, like torches, and it looks cool, but you're going like. And there's this guy coming across like this, and he's on a barge.
Yes, like a barge to help you to cross.
So the barge comes across on a rope, and they say get on the barge. So we walk on the barge, and that thing's doing this right here, and the barge's got fire on it. You'd be like, it's food, baby, crazy.
But also they give you a chance to try to pull the rope by yourself. Take like exercise yourself before you get to the restaurant.
Not kidding. So they pull you across and you get out in all those fires, and it's just super beautiful. And then the food was just out of control. Good. And the plate.
The name of the restaurant is Black Ginger.
Black Ginger. Black Ginger. I mean, there's more. And was that in Phuket too?
Phuket too.
Wow.
And on the way here, I was on the plane. The one movie they shot in this restaurant.
There was a movie shot there?
The movie shot there.
What was
called change land.
Change land.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I hope I never forget it, because I was just that much going like I'm going back to those places. Ooh, Jane is like, we're going back there. But we just had
The bathroom also very awesome. Room. Remember? After that,
I remember
go
getting to
you
the
go to the
bathroom.
bathroom after that.
I remember getting to. I came back and I made them go, didn't I? I made people go and check it out.
Yeah.
What was it? I can't remember what it was.
Because it's like a look like a museum or exhibition. You go there, the light and then decoration in the bathroom. When you go in there, you don't feel this is the bathroom, or so and it come back to
I
ask everyone
remember
to
it
go
was
and
awesome,
check it out.
and I remember I made them go.
Yeah.
I think that was after that Thailand special drink y'all made me.
Of course, in Thailand
I
we
remember
call
getting there was crazy. Like getting to the bathroom was crazy. Like 'cause you had to walk over
there
like
and
it's like you're in a lot of being there is like you're in a Swiss Family Robinson type movie, but it's like they had a bunch of people there fixing it up for you. You know what I mean? Like you weren't on the island by yourself. Apparently we had some workers there to make the cool stuff. That makes it, and it's all water everywhere and fire. I mean, not like they don't have like electricity, but fire for light a lot of times. It's just beautiful. I mean, a 5-star place. You know, crazy. We had a good time. We rode elephants together.
I think the highlight one is the elephant.
Yeah, he's a big elephant fan. He is not for our Africa trip. He is against it. No.
We wish to bring the elephant
He's
to
like,
get you from the
no,
airport.
this is
know?
incorrect.
But you did very well. The elephant's very obedient to you.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
get on the
Yeah, I like when I do this.
yeah,
And then they go,
like a roar, the king of the jungle.
Not kidding. And I had them. They gave me their name, and you could kick them, like not kick them, but you nudge them. Like they do their nose. You see the pictures? Like they do it all the time. I was like, film it. Don't just picture it. Right?
Yeah, you have lots of filming of the elephant riding to go around, and
Yeah.
also the painting with the elephant. You bring the
Painting, yeah.
painting.
Where they paint.
Yeah.
Elephant paint.
Elephant painting, and then you can join them because they're very creative. So they give the big frame, and then Andy and everyone try to paint with them.
What you got here in your hand? What's this?
The fan from Chiang Mai.
The fan.
I forgot the weather here is cold. I thought
We got air conditioning over here, Bob.
I thought,
Oh, that way. Nice.
God, that's very, when I touch the airport ground, I just feel, I don't need fan anymore here.
Y'all know what he's saying?
I thought it would be warm, so I bring fan. But, they don't have the tropical weather.
That's freezing.
Yeah, but you can use this when you come to Thailand.
Okay.
Because the weather hot. I have the hat too.
So you're going to be touring us around when we come to Thailand?
Yes, for sure.
So what we want you to do is make sure you get a picture with Addison in front of the elephant and the Thailand poster, and get your mindset going there. I'll work with you on how to win it. I do. I'm so thrilled that you got over here. Hope you're enjoying.
Thank you so
around.
much. It's such a big honor to be here. After you talking about this, your head office, the Alliance. So I tried to figure it out until this opportunity to come to everybody.
I want to talk. It's so much about it. The Laguna area that we're staying at. The Laguna. That's in Chiang Mai.
In Phuket.
It's in Phuket.
In Phuket, yes. Because there used to be like a tin mining.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
I remember where the lagoon comes up to, and you got like a water taxi. You can go around.
Yes.
We could go to the spa. We could go to the golf course.
Correct.
We could go.
Yes.
But we're right on the ocean. There's no go to the ocean. The hotel is on the ocean. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Just walk there. When you get in there, you look through. You can see the sea, the ocean,
It's
and
beautiful.
the beach. Very beautiful. Very nice to be here.
Y'all gonna like it. Y'all gonna like Bot too. Like, if you had this much cash, you have this much Bot. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a lot.
What's the ratio? It's like a.
Yeah.
I think it's 300 to 1. Yeah, it's crazy, and they love it. I mean, like they don't be like 300. That's like a big deal. 300 baht. Yeah,
300
you're
baht.
gonna have a
Yeah.
good time. The what do you call it? The exchange rate in our favor.
You
And
get more money.
and there's people.
Yeah.
There's people there to get stuff done. Good. Hey, buddy, I'm so glad you're here. I hope everybody gets to chat. Any questions you have about Thailand, the government, they big on Buddha, they big on monkeys, they big on elephants, they big on eating, they big on mixed drink, they big on that. They big on massages, they big on dancing, they big. I mean, it's a fun place to go. Y'all gonna have a blast. Long ways from here. Get your mind right. Matter of fact, you ought to sell some extra and buy you a first-class ticket. All right? Okay. All right, brother. Y'all give Addison a hand. Love you, buddy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Addison. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, I'm telling you. So, before we, oh, there's the Phuket sign. So have we had anybody win that yet? It's only 2 weeks in or 3 weeks in. You got all year. I'm not sure if we hadn't. I'm not sure. We might have had somebody win already in like 2 weeks. That's crazy. But look at all of these additional people we have. Gary Philstein is going with us to Alaska. Woohoo! Gary Philstein. Elizabeth Organ is going with us to Alaska. Way to go, Elizabeth. Nick Griffin and Taylor DeBuller are going. Nick and Taylor, way to go. They're brand new. Alfonso Thomas is going with us on Alaskan cruise. Okay. How many people, this is your first meeting ever? Well, I know I got 2 here. Anybody else first meeting ever? First meeting ever? What's your name? Deborah and John and Erica and Ashley and Sean. Naomi. So we have kind of a job where you can make 150, 200,000. We got a business you can create 100,000 a month income. You don't have to do the business, you don't have to do the job, but the job's pretty easy, pretty simple. We say a caveman could do it, numbnuts could do it, I could do it. Have several cousins that are successful at it. Like anybody could do the job thing. Like it's easy. Sort of. Have to call these numbers. Pick up your finger, call them. Some people have trouble with that. They don't meet the guidelines and of people. Try to be nice. So we pay a lot of money, but we also say, if you'll do this, we'll give you an all-expense free-paid trip to wherever. Starting now, or starting January 1, we're doing this Thailand trip. We fly you to Phuket. We pay for the plane flight. You just got to get to the airport, then you're good. We fly you in. We will transport you to the hotels. We got restaurants, hotels, extra cash or extra baht, and we take care of the whole thing. We're in for a whole week, and then we fly you back. If you do like a standard job with us, we will also fly you to Chiang Mai. We'll pay for that flight, transportation to the hotel, all the parties, restaurant, hotel, the whole thing, fly you home. Okay, so it's pretty crazy. This past year, we did Alaska, and all these people won. Okay, so these people just won at the last minute, so we're finally getting their stickers up. This is a 5-star, massive ship, the Ovation of the Seas. You can look it up. We do the full drink ticket. We do the full food ticket. It is no cut corners. It's first class. It's just extra, not part of the job. Extra, we throw it in. We're going to do a lot of that. Matter of fact, we'll announce a lot of contests today. Case and Carissa Hanna won the cruise. Way to go. Dennis Lyons. Way to go, Dennis. Way to go, buddy. One of my Florida buddies. Lindsay Barron. Way to go, Lindsay. I missed you on the last trip. I'm glad you're going on this one. Katie Williams. Way to go, Katie. Jenny Patel. Way to go, Jenny. Gabe and Alora Franco out in California. Way to go. Y'all know that's Tony Carey's sister. Gabe and Alora. Gabe and Laura Franco, that's Tony's sister. Abel Luna. Way to go, Abel. James Hattie is going to Alaska. Way to go, James. Jeff Turner. Way to go, Jeff. You the man. David and Linda Holt. Are y'all here? I thought I saw them earlier. David and Linda Holt. Way to go, David and Linda. Kelly Haney going to Alaska, baby. Out of San Antonio. Jason Grant, Adam Katz's team, going to Alaska. Dr. Martha Batorsky going to Alaska. All expense paid. Olga and Jason Mathis going to Alaska. Bob and Janice Blevins going to Alaska. I love it. And Dalen and Eli Simmons going to Alaska. Woohoo! Gosh, we had one more. If we just had a name to put on it, that would be awesome. Oh, we got more here. We got more names here. My cuz, Everett, made it over to Hump, going to Alaska. Alex and Jenny Abian going to Alaska. Extension trip. They won the extension. This time we're staying over for a couple nights in Seattle. Mike Hartlib, way to go, boss. My buddy Mike. Jerry and Cassie Burbage going on the extension. They're brand new to the company. Debbie Ben going on the extension. We love you, Debbie. Good job, buddy. Good job. All right. Okay. That's crazy talk. It's always so boring if your name's not in there. You know what I mean? You're like, who cares? And then when we put your name in there, you're like, do it again. Okay. All right. I want to tell y'all so much, talk about so much. So we got 4 brand new people. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 new people. Naomi, it is. I got to write on this thing. Boom, yeah, figured it out. It's Naomi. And what did you say your name was? Deborah, Debra, and Ashley, what's Ashley? Sean, Sean, and John, Jon. Dad, gum. A lottery ticket. What is it? E-R-I. Huh? All right. So the way this works, it's 125,000 points to win the trip to Thailand. But I want to kind of get y'all to understand, we have leads that have responded. You have to call these leads, book appointments, go sell them something. That's the job part. It's no kidding, easy $100,000. You just have to do it. That's the only challenge, okay? Now, really, it should be $250,000 job if you'll give us 40 or 50 hours like a job is, okay? So if you meet anybody that's broke with us, either they don't know how to work or they don't know how to save money. In other words, they're spending money, they don't save any, or they just don't work, okay? It's just work, okay? It's not talent or skill. It's not because you're white or because you're black or because you're tall or because you're skinny. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with work, okay? And it has to do with just do it, okay? Now, some people get offended to that because they want to act like there's something more to it. They go like, I'm a drunk and I can't work. I go like, I know plenty of drunks that got jobs. I was at a bar the other night and I met several. Does that make sense? I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. But they go like, I got family problems. I go like, your butt to work. I see me telling my daddy when I was little, I got family problems, Dad. He said, you getting ready to have a hole in your head problem. Getting ready to taste your rear end up in your mouth. You know what I mean? He'd be like, you know? Anybody else have a daddy like that? Thank God for them, right? What's the gift of having a daddy like that? Work ethic. Work ethic. If you don't have a work ethic, this is going to be a problem. If you got a work ethic, this is no problem. Now, we have an entrepreneur opportunity where you can make $80,000 a month, $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month. Entrepreneur opportunity. But the way you become an entrepreneur is you find workers. You say, well, I need to find people that want to recruit. No, you need workers who will work. Does that make sense? It's very difficult to do this business without workers. Hear that? But we have people who try to make excuses as opposed to making money. You can make excuses, you can make money. Does that make sense? So this weekend, we're going to try to explain to you how to work a job and how to build a business. Two separate concepts. Work a job, easy win a trip, have money, no reason to be broke, just work. And there's my daddy used to tell me, he said, that boy, he'll work hard to get out of working as anybody ever seen. You know what I said? He'll work hard to get out of working as anybody I ever seen. There was a man told me last night, his daddy said, if wishes was horses, beggars would have a ride. I said, what? Your dad's crazy as mine. My dad said, wish in one hand and do something else in the other and see which one filled up first. And I always be like, wonder what he's talking about the other hand. I think sometimes he said it. But it's just simple work. So these are the workers. The people that are not the workers. That makes sense? But they're good people. We call that the room for the comfortable. People that are just, they're not going to get uncomfortable because work is uncomfortable, right? Because you deal with people that you don't know. They no-show you and you cry. You're like, I went to the house and they wasn't there. You're like, whatever. You know, like shocking news. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're not going to be there. That's the way it works. That's the way job works. Right? You get up, you go to work. You don't try to figure John track. Okay. It's very simple, the thing that we do. And now we got leads. If I didn't have a person for you to call and you had to talk to your cousins, you got a small family, that's a problem. Or once you talk to all your cousins, you ain't got nobody else to talk to. But the good news is we got leads. And the leads are people that filled out all this information. They've talked to a telemarketer. Come on now, seriously. Telemarketer got them to do it. You can't get them to do it. Who talks to telemarketer? The people we sell to. That's who talks to telemarketer. If you can't sell to them, wait until you run into a sophisticated person. You know what I'm saying? Isn't it crazy? Yeah, leads, direct mail leads. Comes in the mail, put their signature, on phone, work for cell phone, height, weight. I'm having trouble selling. Woo! Okie dokie. We're going to have to retrain you. You with me on this? Like people say, like, Andy, you act like anybody can do it. I have seen folks do this that barely qualify body. True that? I resemble that remark. I got a guy that'll be here this week. I took him out 18 years ago. 5 appointments, no sale. You know what he said? I'm doing this. You're terrible. And he did it for a while, made $20,000 a month for a while, put some money away, started another business, a friend of mine, and he did that business for the last 7 or 8 years. He contacted me, we got together, and he said, hey, I think I'd like to do some more of that. That was really easy. So he's coming back over here and doing it again with me. So why did he take a break? I don't know why people do stuff. I don't know why people get married. I don't know why they get divorced. I don't know why they get married again after a divorce. I've seen them marry the same woman. I'd be like, you know. Never mind. You ever know nobody like that? One man told me, as riding with him in the golf carts, he said, that's like getting out of prison and breaking back in. I didn't know him. I knew who he was talking about, but I didn't know the guy's wife. He said, I'm telling you, it's breaking back in prison. I don't know why he did it. Well, I don't know why my buddy stopped for a while. I don't know why I don't know why he's coming back. I know why he's coming back. I asked him. I got another one coming back. He's been with me. This will be the third or fourth time. Say, why they did it? I do what I do. I'm a worker man. Annette, I'm just a worker guy. The more you just be a worker person. The first you need is a work mentality. Be a fanatic. I worked textile mill 10 years. I started saying I didn't miss anything. But one time that woman got mad. Dr. Sells die if I went to work. And I still was ticked. But Jane was like, Kent, you're going to die. I had some pneumonia and my lungs were filling up. So I think that's the only time I missed that die. Any way I could work out my phone, you might die. Well, I'll die working. I'm not going to die being lazy. Does that make sense? I'm not going to die not trying. That'd be crazy. I'd rather go out swinging. You know what I'm saying? But I live. So, y'all, anybody don't, you know what I'm saying? In other words, work, people that get up and do the do no matter what. They get up, do the do. Make the phone calls, schedule the time, do the do. And then we have a deal where, all right, we have a deal, craziest. I can't believe it's machine right. Look at me. All right, we have a deal where you hire other people. The problem is, this person don't be a doer, and you get disappointed. And I go like, there's a bunch of people out there in America. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. You hire another one and hope they're a doer, and another one and hope they're a doer. But you're over here making 100, 150,000, 200,000. You don't care. You're just saying, I'm a beggar showing you where the bread is. Does that make sense? I found the bread. I'm going to show you where the bread is. I'm just a beggar. I'm a numbnut. I'm a ding-dong head. I'm a redneck. I got an accent, they say. And I don't like all the words in the dictionary. I have a very limited amount of them. That makes sense? I don't know a lot of them. Matter of fact, I know more than I say. I just don't like it. I sound too smart. People start expecting stuff of me. That makes sense? Keep it down low, right? So what you do is you eventually hire these other people, and the company will pay you, Deborah, they will pay you for finding them and then coaching and training them. But if you just find a person that's got a good job, but they don't like it, this will be the easiest thing in the world. But if you find a person that won't work, this is going to be a big problem for them. Big problem. They're going to want to borrow money. They're going to want you to pay for the license. They're going to want you to pay for the convention. They just won't. Does that make sense? And you got to try to be nice to them. And I know a lot of us are big on adopted doggies. What do you call them? Pound dogs. Rescues. Some of us are big on rescues. And I know and none of y'all girls in here are like that. But I know some girls, they'll take a rescue dog and try to, he's gonna become a good doggy. I like him too. That's what I say. I like him too. But I'm thinking, he's going to pee on the carpet, pee on the carpet, and pee on the carpet. Tell you what, that boy. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Have y'all heard this? Have y'all seen movies? Have y'all seen movies that girls are like that? They just get this guy, and everybody knows that he's a rescue. Everybody. Oh, thank you, James. Sound effect. You're looking for a dog at a hunt. Does that make sense? DJ, you answer an ad that James ran? Or did he see a referral from an ad that you ran? He was in depth. So you did not answer an ad that James ran. You ran an ad that somebody else ran. James didn't run it. Huh? So some guy that you hired here ran an ad and hired here. Is this person making hundreds of millions of dollars because he found you? Not yet. Is he making hundreds of thousands of dollars because he found you? Not yet. Is he making anything since he found you? He is making money. James, is he making money? How much? Give me a ballpark. Probably $1,000 a month. How much did he make? How much you make? How much you make last year? Yeah. $55,000 last year. Part-time. $55,000 part-time, for real. Okay? And this guy might have made $12,000. So how come this guy is making more than this guy? Because this guy's working. How much do you think he's going to work? How much? DJ, what do you think he'll make this year? $100,000. Have you done the math on what you've done this week? That mic here, I'm not sure if you should be hearing it or not. Let me see. Have you done the math on what you did this?
Yes, sir.
That's not going to make you over 100,000.
That will definitely.
So are you going to slack up?
Can't.
Yes, you can. You lived on a lot less.
That is true, but my goals are a lot more.
Goal has nothing to do with it. It has to do with work.
Sure.
You understand what I'm telling you?
I do.
Here's what I see people do. I don't think you'll do this stuff. Huh? You're Ethan. I thought. All right, here's what I've seen Ethan. Here's what people do. This is the amount of time they work, like from day, next month, next month, next month. And what they do is they make a little money or they get a raise. So what they do is they quit working on Fridays. Does that make sense? And you would think that their money is going to keep going up like this. But what happens is they'll start taking off Fridays and their money will do like this. Then somebody will die, get a divorce, or there'll be a storm. And their money will go like this. They'll owe money. Then they'll do like this right here, and they'll stay broke for a while because they're very comfortable because they've been that way for years. So they go right back to there. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So that's why I said you're used to here, but you're going to start to do this. I just don't know if you'll go back to stop working as much, only make $100,000, which will shoot yourself in the foot, and you'll go back up. Does that make sense? James, you track what I'm saying to him? Most people stop working after they look. Like I'm trying to not make eye contact with a bunch of people that are in. They start making more money they've ever made, then they stop. It's like this. Let's say I'm working here at Textile Mill, and I'm paid $50,000. They say we're going to promote to area manager. They pay me $65,000, Sean, and I go working on Friday. They get you fired. It should. Or I'm making $65,000. I was making $50,000. I'm going to take longer lunch hours because I'm the man. So it seems like you should be able to work less since you're making more, but you get fired. Does that make sense? So if you don't get fired in this business, you do. Not me. It's karma. I almost want to say raise your hand if you've been through this, but I'm telling you, start making money. I got to get some on movies, John. They hear me. They know I'm talking about them. They start making money, and then they shoot themselves in the foot so they'll go back down to where they were. A job person keeps working, and piling up money so that when somebody dies, gets a divorce, or the storm comes along, they got money to pay some fool to fix it. That makes sense? I've seen people start making money and start doing handyman work around the house because they got money to pay for carpet, but they don't want to pay. They don't have enough to install it, but they got enough to buy it. So then they install it, and then they hurt their foot, they hurt their leg, they hurt their hand. Does that make sense? Something stupid happens because they were uncomfortable with the money. Y'all tracking with me? Does that make sense? We're a business of making money, okay? Does everybody know what RBF is? There's something for men called RDF told me that. Okay? Not sure if that's politically correct, either one of them. But y'all know what? Share that. You know how to fix that? Or it's like, I ain't talking about you. Okay. All right. It's funny how people figure out a way to bring themselves down. They go like, everything's going good. I look like an idiot. If somebody, does that make? Or like, I've got a great situation, got a great family situation. I got a guy coming here this week. This fool had a D1 athlete scholarship and had a college. He got a good job. What did he start doing? He figured out about meth. Got on meth. Then he got liquor, then meth. No, women. No, it was all mixed up. Liquor, women, and meth. Liquor, women, and meth. Well, really, it's none of those things are that bad. You understand? Because meth isn't active. Women are fun. Liquor, as long as you have, moderation. Moderation. You know what he did? He needed more money. You know what he did? Started robbing. But see, everything, women didn't take him down, meth didn't take him down, the liquor didn't take him down. So he said, I got an idea. Start robbing people. And that's what took him down. Really did down. Tell me what business. Oh, it's because he was such a good thief. You know how what was Home Alone? That guy he said, hey, we could be the sticky bandit. Remember when he said that? He said, we could be known as the sticky bandit. Y'all remember it? Y'all need to watch that movie again. Well, he had a certain way of breaking houses. And so that is how they busted him. Because he had this method. He's like, with me? Okay. People find a way to jack it up. Does that make sense? They find a way to mess up a good thing. So, you got a good job, all you got to do is work. So, dude, how much, let me ask you this, James, how much should he make this year? Based on, right now, not even getting better. Easily, $150,000. But in his mind, he's going for 100 when he made 6. Does that make sense? Here's what I'm telling you. If you only do 100, if you could do like that, stop, you think it's going to keep going like that. But it's not. It's going to go like that. Because if people are not living up their potential, they don't keep driving and trying hard, it's like taking longer lunch. Does that make sense? It's hard. It's a difficult concept. You're off to a blazing start. I need to tell you something. My daddy told me this. I don't know if your dad or had an uncle or a mom or somebody told you this. He said, you can have money in the bank. Those of you that don't have money in the bank, it's okay. You go like, I've never had any. Nobody told you it was okay. Have it. You understand what I'm saying? My daddy said, is that money burning a hole in your pocket? Meaning, as soon as you get some, do you have to spend it? Or you quit working because you didn't need any money. Does that make sense? In other words, your bank account's 0, then you don't work. So heck, it's okay to have money in the bank. So you work. Does that make sense? And then, when the money gets to the bank, you keep working and keep putting more money in the bank and more money in the bank. Sounds crazy, don't it? So what happens is you end up having more money than everybody else, and then people ask you how you did it, and then when they tell them, they go, no, seriously, how did you do it? You're like, I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you how it works. You go to work, book appointment. We say a minimum of 20 appointments a week is your job. You can't book a appointment, 20 appointments a week, you can't keep a job. I mean, that's not even a 40-hour week. It's about a 30, 35. And then 25, if you're kind of crazy, fanatical 30. The tracking women, it's just booking appointments. So, well, how long I have to make phone calls? However long you got to make. I mean, you just got to keep making phone calls until you make it. This is the work ethic that I'm shooting. Then start running ads like the ad that your guy run. How wide is this guy, James? Hired DJ. How many people does he have like DJ? He don't have any more? He's going to need to run more ads. Who's the other one he has? Did he win the trip? Then he don't have but one. Does that make sense? Because whoever he had over here did. How long has he been around? Year and a half? Does that make sense? Nice guy. I like him. He was cute. I remember that. Cool eyes. Great person. That makes sense. Great person. That makes sense. Because that, I mean, no offense. Is he booking 20 appointments a week? Is he booking? That's minimum. I started to say 10, but I was like, who cares? If you don't hit minimums, you know what I'm saying? If you don't hit minimums, you don't get to go. Y'all tracking? Does this sound crazy? It does sound crazy. It's like who was telling me his daddy for 35 years. Oh, I got my hair cut today. He said my daddy worked 35 years at Holt Mill, textile mill. 35 years, didn't miss a day. 35 years. Sounds crazy. Sounds crazy. Other people, they miss work all the time. You with me? And have to have these minimum amount of days they can miss before they get fired. You with me? Does that make minimum? So minimum 20. 25 is better. 30 is great. If you can do 40, yeah, it's going to work a lot. That's work a lot. But you're going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, to be clear, that's a $750,000 Lamborghini right there. You can spend your money. You don't have to keep it. I just had more than $750,000 left. I didn't have like $16 left. I mean, the oil change on that thing, I think, is $8,000 a year. I don't know, or 2 years. I don't know. Do it. Right? Does that make sense? Tracking with me? But stack it, spend it after. I don't want to bore y'all with this, but okay. Naomi, does this make sense? Now, people say, well, I don't know how to make phone calls. Well, start with the area code. You with me? Does that make sense? Then I don't know what to say. We got scripts, we got trainings, conferences. We'll coach you, teach you. But if you're learnable, we can teach you. But if you're not learnable, we got a different problem. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like, we can teach you. But if you don't try, that's a whole different program. Does that make sense? Okay, so then what you do is you run advertisements so this guy who found DJ can find one like DJ. He's got one close because he's alive and he ain't dead and he ain't quit. And he made $1,000 or something a month. So we call that he's got potential. Does that make sense? So people say, well, how long does it take him before he changes? Split second. Split second. All he got to do is just say, hey, I got an idea. This week I'm going to make as many calls as I have to do to book 20 appointments. Does this make sense? So what I'm trying to tell y'all is, what I'm trying to say is, there's no reason not to have any money anymore. Does that make sense? There's no reason.
That's right.
But don't get me wrong. You can pick that like you can pick anything. Does that make sense? You can pick, like, my wife had cancer, and they said, here's the treatment. And I said, what's the odds of her living? And he said, it depends. Is she going to follow the instructions or not? And I was like, who would not follow the instructions that they got cancer? He's like, a lot of people. I said, what do they do? He said, they just don't do what they're supposed to do. I was like, why would they do that? He said, I don't know why people kill themselves. I don't know why people don't get treatment. I don't know how they get married. I don't know why they got divorced. I don't know why they married the same person they were divorced. I don't know why they married another one that's just the same type of person. I don't know why girls bring in these puppy dogs. I was like, dude, this is crazy what you say to me. So he wanted my wife to talk to other cancer patients and ask them if they would actually go to treatment. It's like, good luck with that. It don't make no sense. I've been like this all my life. They're just going like, what is wrong with people? Does that make sense? So I'm telling you, I got problems, but work ethic ain't one of my problems. Does that make sense? Getting my butt out of bed and spanking y'all's ain't a problem. Does that make sense? And then what I do is I fish. I run an ad. My staff has told me, where's my ABTF? Raise your hand if you are just the 4 representatives of ABTF. How many respondents, stand up, would you? Y'all stand up here. How many respondents did we get this week so far? People looking for a job. Come up here real quick. Y'all 4, come up here. I want to see who y'all are. Y'all give these guys a hand. Okie dokie. How many?
Clay Murtis. I work in ABTF 2, where we sell, recruit, and build. I work with Mickey Mitchell and Will Dancy. We comprise ABTF 2. Andy just recently increased his investment big time in ZipRecruiter ads. Between Mickey, Will, and myself, we have 200 advertisements out there, and just this morning we looked, we had 700 responses of people to call. We've been busy.
Should y'all be calling them as opposed to listening me rant about all this stuff?
They're building up. We're getting a little anxious.
700. How many did you get, Jacob?
675.
How much did you get, Lucero?
I'm a little over 300 now.
How many did you get, Pam?
A little over 300.
So what we need to do is call these people and say, hey, look here. We got these leads. And you get his insurance license, and if we find one like GJ, then we got a worker. Does that make sense? How many years you been with us, DJ? Bring us back to the mic. How long have you been with us?
2 years.
2 years. Talk about the first year. What'd you do?
First year,
Yeah.
2018,
Huh?
about 35,000.
Made 35,000.
Yes, sir.
Did you have a full-time job?
Yes, sir.
Were you making any money on that full-time job?
Yes, sir.
What was that? How much you making on that job?
About 85,000.
85,000. So you had what was that job?
I was an industrial sales manager.
So 110,000. Okay, and that was 2018. In 2019, you made 55,000.
Yes, sir.
Did you still have your job?
I got fired about 3 months in.
So you only did how much you made in that 3 months?
About 20,000.
20,000. Looked like you got a pay cut last year. That's 75,000. Does it feel like you got a pay cut last year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you mad about that?
Most definitely.
Okay. So when you had your job making 80 grand, 85 grand, you made 110,000. Then you got fired, or did you get fired working with us, or was you doing something else crazy, or do you don't want to talk about it? So I don't want to talk about it. Are they just mean people?
Times are changing.
Times are changing.
Most definitely.
Meaning they're just a business.
Yeah.
With
Just
no
like
really-
just like anyone else.
With no real heart or soul.
Well, all about the bottom dollar.
All about the bottom dollar. Did they get somebody cheaper than you?
They actually had 3 people to replace me.
So they got 3 people. Did their incomes all add up to yours, or does all of it add up to?
Their incomes combined was less than my one income.
That's a pretty smart employer right there. If I could have 3 people at 30,000 each with master's degree, and I got this sucker over here paying 85,000, you go sell insurance. I'll just take those 3 people. People say that ain't right. Who you gonna call, Bernie? I mean, what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, who you gonna call? Does that make sense? Right?
Yes, sir.
You can get mad or get even. You can get better. You can get rich. You want to be right? You want to be rich. Does this make sense? 3 guys added up to less than 85,000. And by the way, if it added up to 84,005, that's a $500 savings, and you got 3 human beings. You can put one over yonder to do something, one over yonder, and one over yonder. People say, this is crazy. I know this is life. It's like I was telling somebody, like, do you ever talk to your children? You ever talk to your agents, tell them how life works? Is this how it works? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now he's got a choice. He can get bitter or he can get better. He can be right and argue. He could get even and go to jail. Got to get you 3 hots and a cot. Y'all know what that is. 3 hot meals and a place to sleep, right? You can get even. That's what people, y'all, how many y'all people get, other people get even? Try to get even. That makes sense? Like, what is up with you? I'm trying to get rich, you're trying to get even. Even's broke. I won't be rich. That's above broke. Broke's here, rich is up here. In debt's down here. That's even right there. I want to get even. You'd be lucky you don't go to jail. Does that make sense? Like, this is the way it works. True that. Now, watch this. You think that you can come back and make $100,000 with us. James thinks that you can make $150,000 easily. Okay, here's my problem, James and Jane. That's what I'm telling y'all. People can't take off Fridays without getting fired. You can't ask him to do what he can do easily. You have to ask him to do what he can do. Does that make sense? Minimum 20 of appointments, 30 if he wants to be fanatical, and take that money and run ads and try to find somebody like him as opposed to this other guy found. Does that make sense? Find somebody. You tracking on me on this? It's not complicated. If you ask a guy to halfway try something, he will fail. If you ask him to three-quarter it, he will fail. The people that try to give everything they got will make it. I can't explain it. I just read it in books. I hear it from the football coaches. I hear it from business coaches. I hear it from psychologists. I hear it from Jeff Wright. I hear it from Tim Goad. Does that make sense? People that go all out succeed. People that half-ass it fail. Does that make sense? I don't know how that works. I'm just telling you. So I was looking for something that I could halfway do it. I don't know of that. I mean, Chick-fil-A, you ain't going to make it. You're going to age out. You have to go to Burger King. And then you ain't going to fit in over there. Right? I'm telling y'all. Yeah, I'm just telling you. This is the way it's going to work. I'm saying, hello, that's the way it works. Okay? So, does this make any sense?
Yes, sir.
Now how much you think you're going to make?
200,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, 200,000. So I'm thinking he's going to make 200,000 plus. If you continue on the trend that you did this week, will he make, did he this week, will he make 200,000 or we have to pick it up a little bit?
I have to pick it up a little bit.
Have to pick it up a little bit. Can you pick it up a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Do you have more to pick it up?
Yes, sir.
Can you give us some numbers, what you did this past week?
Past week, the numbers you talked about on Friday.
By the way, tell them who you are and where you're from.
My name is DJ Jennings, out of Anchorage, Alaska. I'm direct to James and Jane Hill. And the numbers that we talked about on Friday, 144 dials, 26 contacts, 23 appointments, 15 sits, 9 close. 14 apps, 9 close.
Okay. Yeah, nine
families.
9 families, and then 14 apps. And how much premium?
12,325.
12,325.
And then
That's in a week. That's in a week. What level are you at on this promotion chart?
I am at 75% team leader.
Okay. So does anybody know how close he is to getting to 80% in key leader?
I'm planning to skip that. I just got a team leader.
You just do what?
I just got the team leader when I
just
qualified
got the
for
team
Alaska.
leader. So that's 100,000. So you need to do another 100,000. So if at this pace, it's going to be 10 more weeks before you get promoted.
Yes, sir.
He got 5. He recruited. Oh, okay. And DJ put 5 people in class this week on top of doing this right here. I just saw some wife punch her husband like that right there from the mirror.
You talk about doing the 4 basics, 54 ERS, 1.45 million in green sheets.
When did this happen?
Last week, in the same week.
Whoa. You got 54 referrals.
ERS, yes, sir.
Okay. Is that part of these appointments that you booked?
Yes, sir. No, this is from the 15. This is from the 15 sets.
Oh, from the 15 sits.
I got like
you got 54 ERS. You hadn't called those yet.
No, sir. I'm calling.
Were you working ERSs back in here?
No, sir.
Were you working ERSs when you made 50,000 last year?
No, sir.
So you were not working ERSs, but now you are.
Yes, sir.
Were you requested to work ERSs previously?
To grow in Alaska and grow anywhere in the country, you have to work ERSs.
Okay, but you said you were not working them. Did you misspeak? Were you working ERSs here?
No, sir.
Were you working ERSs here?
No, sir.
Were you requested to work ERSs?
Yes, sir. I was requested to work ERSs.
You was encouraged,
Strongly encouraged.
taught?
Yes, sir. I was taught.
Were you hard-headed?
I was very hard-headed.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 35.
Yeah. A lot of times it's harder to work with them once they're over 28 or 29. And 50, like my age, they know everything. You can't tell them nothing. Okay? I'm just telling you, that's the way they are. They are. Like I'm set in my ways, right? I try not to be, but I'm 55. Does that make sense? Like if you take a little tree that's that tall, like a little acorn tree, you can take it up, tie it in a knot, spit on it, do like this, stick it back in the ground. That thing will grow, be like, that's right. That's the way kids are. Does that make sense? Tree get up about like that, you have to get your whole hand on it. You have to kick a little more dirt, have to spit a little more, maybe pee on it a little bit, put it back in the ground. That thing will be fine. You with me? But you get a tree about like that, don't be messing with it much. It'll fight back. You grab hold of it, it'll jerk back. You jerk it, it'll jerk you. You feel like you're in a fight. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So you're in the 38-year range. You're right up in here. So a little twig, 38-year range. Good news is we can still work with you. People say, well, what if I'm 55 and you can't work with me? Well, I hear you. I see your problem. You're going to have to hire some young people. see what I'm saying? You're going to have to hire some young people. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
People say, no, you don't understand, Andy. I'm 55 and I'll do anything you say. I go, make 500 phone calls this week. Well, anything else you'd like for me to do besides that? I'm like, what do you mean, other than that? Yeah, other than that you'd like for me to do. Like, could I come to the meeting or something? Yeah, come to the meetings. Hey, I ain't making any money. You remember that 500 call? Yeah, but remember we talked about that. I'm not doing that. I go, oh, yeah, that's right. You didn't want to do that. You follow what I'm saying? It's very difficult. But you say, what if I'm a 55-year-old to do anything you say? 500 phone calls. Does that make sense? And then say this when they say hello. I can't make chicken salad out of chicken poop. You with me? I can't get into a safe with the right numbers turned the wrong way. Does that make sense? So you were told to ERSs, but what got into you that you started doing ERSs?
Coming to National Convention last year.
You came to the convention. Wait. So are you telling me you started halfway through this year? Did you start halfway through?
So I was still doing stuff part-time on that mindset of being able to make some money, coast.
You was doing that?
I was doing that. You're talking right about me, Andy.
This is you right here?
That's
you
me.
Start more money and then coast, mark money and coast.
Yes, sir.
Mark money and coast.
That's me.
Huh.
That was me.
That's the old you.
That's the old me.
That's the platform. Yay! I'm starting to get hopeful. Annette, this is my job. Ethan, this is my job. This is what I do. This is what I do. Your buddies watching this? You think so? I'm telling you. They better be. That's what I like to hear. It is, you can replay it. It's taped, of course, in case they had something more important to do, they can view it later. I'm hopeful here. You got me fired. James, this is exciting. Woohoo! So you got fired. That helped.
Oh, yeah. Freed up a lot of time.
Because you think you're immune to getting fired, and then all of a sudden you are, so all of a sudden your ego goes out the window, and you start looking for your work ethic. So he said, I got fired from an $85,000 job. I'm sitting here with this deal, but I know I'll be ERS is referrals. You make a sale, you get referrals. I know people that have been selling with us 3 years, and they refuse to get referrals. Does that make sense? Like, what do you do about it? I don't know. Nothing really. I try to find somebody that'll get referrals. Does that make sense? In other words, I don't like beating my head against the wall. I try to find somebody that'll do. Somebody that'll follow the instructions. Okay, all right. So you're thinking now we got you up to 200,000 is what you're shooting for. That's
Yes,
what
sir.
you're thinking? All right. Where's my red pen? Anybody seen it? Yeah. So he's shooting for 200,000, and your numbers. All right, where's his numbers? Here we go. 12,000 in sales. What would that get him, James, if he keeps doing this? 85%, 75%, 80%, this percent, 9,600 at 80%, and then you got the grid. Let's take him down. Let's take him down another times 8.8. No, times 0.75. 5,000. Okay. So 5,000 a week would get him at 250,000. But is there some other factor? Let's say some people cancel. Let's take 75% of $5,000. How much is that? 37,000, 3,700. So if this gets him, you could argue that he's going to make $8,000. You could argue he's going to make $6,000. We got him down to 3,700 after anything we can think of that might happen bad. What's that times? 3,700 times 52. 192,000. So I don't see any reason if he continues this. Did you get any annuities?
I got 1.4 million in green sheets.
You found 1.4 million.
I'm working on those.
Is that all this week?
Yes, sir.
You found 1.4 million in a week?
In Anchorage, Alaska.
So if, huh?
In Anchorage, I found 1.4 million in Anchorage, Alaska.
In Anchorage, Alaska. Okay.
There's not very many
They got
people
money in
there.
Anchorage. So if he moved all that money, 100% of it, his commission, about what would his commission be, Jane, on 1.4 million? About. He should make about. Did she say what I think she said? Everybody thinks because she's Asian, she's good with math. That's what she said. That is not why I think that. No, he wouldn't. 50,000. He would make about $50,000. NC State engineer. Hello. No calculator. I just wanted to see how she would do. It's $50,000. So he would make an extra $50,000 should he move all of that 1.4 million. Here's what I would do. I would call up Bam, Chris, and Van. I'd say, listen, I'll cut you in for 10% or 15%. What do I got to pay you that you keep going after that money for me? Does that make sense? And I would find 1.4 million next week and next week. And then I would follow back up with a client since I'm going to get 90%, and I would ask them how we're doing, and they're going to get 10%, and I'd expect 10% effort out of them. And I'd say, by the way, y'all ought to get some of that money in securities. We ought to team up on these people. And then I'd call Jane, and I said, Jane, you're already getting an override. Is there any possibility way you could call the clients too? So I got Jane, I got Chris doing it, I got Van doing it, I got you doing it, now I'm doing it. So whatever spread they got, plus whatever spread you got, plus them getting a cut off of it, somebody ought to be able to get half this money to get him an extra $25,000 a week. A week. A week. Half of it. Now, what if next week he only finds $800,000? But I'm telling you, Sean, people won't do it. Why? I don't know. All I need is you to do it. 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 But don't worry, I'm running another ad this week. Like my daddy said. I ain't going to tell you what my daddy said. But it involved replacing me and making another one. I'd always go like, please, God, don't do that. He's crazy, Bo. I'm going to tell you what, I liked him, Bo. He's a good guy. He would work, man. He was just a worker guy. And all these sayings like that, too, which is fun. Okay, where were we? ERSs, annuities, right?
Yes,
you understand what I'm saying? Make friends with Chris and Van and say, look, how about I cut you in and you get on this? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
These guys, I was texting somebody, I said, these are old people, smart people. Y'all ever play basketball with old people? They're smart. They know how to block you out. And they know how to foul you, when to foul you, where to foul you. You know what I mean? Like they're just old. You know what I'm talking about? They just get the job done. GSD people. You know what I mean? That's the way Van and Chris are. They're just GSD people. So put them on it. Does that make sense? Cut them in on a deal and move on. Okay. I think you could make over $200,000 this year. What do you think?
Yes, sir. I can see that too.
What do you think now that we evaluated this, Jane? Yes, sir. Really? For real? Do you really believe? Because it helps. You take belief before you get action. Right? James, you think so? 100%? All right. Hey, I want to, you had a good week too, right? This is DJ Jennings. Y'all give him a hand. Way to go, DJ. Your numbers aren't as dramatic as his, or are they more dramatic?
They're similar, except
Tell
with
everybody who you are and where you're from, and who you hired by, and all that stuff.
I'm Chase Funches out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, direct to the James and Jane Hill.
Same. Did he answer an ad that y'all run, or somebody else run an ad? I see a trend here. When you hire someone in that, like Sean, the first thing you need to do is get Sean to hire somebody else, because there's a tendency for this person not to make it. It tends to be this person or this person made it, and a lot of times it'll be this person. So it's not you, it's you and them. It can happen. I've seen it happen before. Not very often, but I have seen it happen. Does that make sense? So that would be more like Ashley up to Sean if he does it. But we were still not going to take any chances, so we'll say, Ashley, who do you know? Have you started thinking about anybody, Ashley, that might like to do this? Not one single person? What's your dad do? He can't work. How about Mama? What's she do? She's already got a job? Did we cover her salary in here? What does she do? She works at where?
It's a business in Asheville.
What's the name of it?
Technomart.
Technomart. Is it kind of like Walmart but different?
No, they make
It's not like
stuff for
Walmart, huh?
They make stuff for Walmart.
They make what?
They make the stuff for Walmart.
Let me have this mic. They make do what, Ashley?
They make stuff for Walmart.
Stuff from what?
Walmart. They make it.
They take stuff from Walmart.
No, they make it.
Oh, they make it.
Yeah,
and they
make
sell
product.
it to Walmart.
Right.
So Walmart buys stuff from Technomart.
Yeah.
So Technomart make it. What's your mama do?
She works like production with one of the machines.
So here's what I would do. I would say, if I were you, I'd say, well, let's do this. Let me tell your mama what you're thinking about doing and see if it's okay. So you go to their house and show them how it works. And you say, let me give you an example. Go get y'all's insurance policies. Does that make sense? And then you show it to her, and you show her how the HMA works, but you go to her house and show her what she's thinking about doing. Does that make sense? I'm telling you, this is the way to print money. Go to the house. You with me? So I'd talk to him about his mom and dad, her about her mom and dad, and go explain it to them in case they're okay with it. Because then they know you, and they don't suspect you in some kind of cult deal, you know what I mean? And then they'll figure it out eventually. But you follow what I'm saying? Ow! All right, so does that make sense? You got brothers and sisters? Brothers and sisters?
Yes.
How many?
6.
6?
Yeah.
6 brothers and 6 sisters?
No, 2 sisters and 4 brothers.
2 sisters, 4 brothers. So
Yeah.
7 of y'all all together? They're about your age? Some older, some younger?
Some older, some younger.
See how that works? Shocking. The people she knows are her age. Shocking. Her brothers and sisters are her age. Shocking. No. I'm just a Columbo. Does that make sense? So I go, let's talk to them. They go, I already got a job. I know they got a job, but I want to tell them because you're not protective of our brothers or the sister, right? Brothers are protective of the sister? No? They don't care? They're not worried about you? They don't got their eye on him? They don't watch him? They don't care?
No.
They don't care about you?
I mean, yes, but they're not like, you know.
You mean yes? They do care about you?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk to them because they care about her. Make sure she understands what they're doing, right? You did this, right? You told them, hey, I'm a good guy. Yeah, so we're going to do the same sort of thing. That's called one person. That's called you hiring someone and then they know somebody. I mean, in this case, this girl, Erica knows 7 people. Does that make sense? She knows 7 different people we could talk to, and you say, well, they don't want to do it. How you know? Have they ever did anything that surprised you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they're going to do. Give them a shot. Give them a chance. Maybe they buy some life insurance. Maybe they plan for retirement. Maybe they have debt. Maybe we get them out of debt. Maybe they like a side hustle. We show them how to make some money. Does that make sense? But what I'm doing, I'm the farmer. I do the planting. I'm the worker. I do the planting. I'm the worker guy. Does this make sense? I'm the worker guy. I'm not God. This guy texted me the other day and said, "You're not Jesus Christ." I was like, I knew that. It's like, what does that mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what he was referring to. You know, I ain't never performed no miracle or tried to. I just try to make some dum-dums do the doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? That's not a miracle. That's just, you just talk them into it. That makes sense? You just try to get them to do it. That's all I do. Matter of fact, I usually get people that wanted to do it anyway. Does that make sense? I usually get people to do the business with me that wanted to do it anyway. I don't usually talk them into it. I find a person who is looking for something like this by finding them. But you don't know if they're looking for something like this until you ask them. That's like my buddy said, you don't know how you look till you get your picture took. You don't know what they're thinking till you ask them. And most time you still don't know what they're thinking after you ask them because they don't know what they're thinking. Okay? All right, numbers, Chase. Good job, Chase. That's impressive. How long have you been with us, Chase?
3 years.
3 years. When did you start?
3 years ago.
Do you remember?
Yeah, it was 2017
What month?
in April.
God.
My bad.
2016?
Yep.
Is that what you said? April of 2016.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yep.
So April 2017, April 2018. So that's 3 years and 5 months.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
3 years and 8 months, right? 3 years and 8 months. Is that right? No? What is it? Huh?
We're Miss 19. Yeah.
Well, you said 3 years, so 19.
Yeah, no. Yeah, 17, 18, 19.
So you wasn't in
Not-
16?
Yeah, not 16. Yeah.
See? Trying to be smart. 17. So 8 months in 17, 12 months here. So that would be 20 months, 12 months here. So 32 months. Is that right?
Right.
32 months. So that is almost 3 years. Almost in 4 months, it'll be 3 years. Does that make sense? Do you mind doing your income? You had some family stuff going on, right?
Yes.
Do you mind telling them just a high level? You don't have to get into details, but give them how crazy your life's been.
Yeah. I'm a father of 3. Beautiful. My ride or die, Ashley's at home.
What?
My ride or die, Ashley, my wife. I'm married up, Jane. Ride or die. My wife.
It's a young kid saying. How do you spell it?
Right. Or. Nailed it.
That means wife?
She's watching right now. She's going to kill me.
Does that mean wife? Does that mean wife? Have you heard this before?
That's my wife. You met her, Ashley.
So your wife, what was you going to say?
She's at home. She couldn't make it, but we have 3 kids, and my 3-year-old daughter has cystic fibrosis.
And that's a challenge.
Yes, extremely.
She's been in the hospital how many times in the last 2 years?
I can't even count.
More than 2.
Yeah,
More than 10.
close to 15.
Close to 15 times. Big time problems, operations, medications, emergencies, whole deal, right? And your wife, does your wife have a job?
She did. She was working, and I was pretty much stay-at-home dad because we had her insurance.
Okay.
So, and now our roles have flipped here recently.
Okay. Y'all tracking this? It's crazy, ain't it? That's the way everybody is, so you know. Everybody thinks just their life's crazy. They don't think anybody else has problems. We all got problems. Some of us work anyway. Does that make sense? If you don't have psychological problems, you don't know. I might have psychological problems. here's what you know, I go to work. Does that make sense? That's what you know is I go to work. You don't know if I got psychological problems. You don't know if I got secrets, dysfunctions. You don't know. But let me just say I'm highly suspect of y'all. What do you think? Look around. I'm telling you. Hey, this ain't Thailand, but they still crazy. You know what I'm talking about? All right, ride or die. All right. So
She's gonna kill me.
I hope she does. Are you worth more dead or alive? All right, never mind.
If it's an accident.
Okay, this week you're worth more. This week, that was good. He said if it's an accident because you get double indemnity. Okay, your numbers. How many phone calls?
263 dials, 39 contacts. I booked 18 appointments. Gave 11 presentations.
Does that mean you saw people?
Yep.
You sit, saw 11 houses.
And then 12,380 and 4 cents.
You got any idea how many apps it is?
Yeah, that was 14 apps.
14 apps. In
Yeah.
11 houses, you got 14 apps
And
for $12,000.
and 10,000 of that was Monday before I flew here.
Was that like one house or something?
No, nine sales.
9 was on a Monday. 9 out of the 14 was on one day.
Yeah. I was calling Jane, freaking out like the whole time.
Did you find did you find any debt or any cash, annuities or money? Or
I did not. I found ERSs, but not any green
How many
sheets.
ERSs did you get?
I don't know the exact number, but it's around 45.
45. Have you called any of them yet?
I came straight here afterwards, so not
Came
yet.
straight here. Okay. Have you been getting the ERSs in all these years, 17, 18?
The end of 19.
The end of 19 you started. Let me be sure you understand. If you're brand new, you can start doing the stuff you're supposed to do immediately. This is not a build up your muscle sort of a thing. This is pick up your trash after you eat sort of a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like just, right? I mean, I'm thrilled that y'all are doing it. Matter of fact, if you wasn't doing it, I wouldn't talk about it too much. But since you are doing it, now I can talk trash to the people that are still not doing it. See how I tied in trash and still not doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like picking up trash after you eat is not, I mean, y'all know people like that. They eat McDonald's, leave their stuff on the table. It's just bad upbringing, right? Or bad work ethic, or bad, I don't know what it is, something wrong with it, something loose, right? So you just pick up trash. My wife, she cleans the table. She'll go get something, wash it. I said, this is McDonald's, let's go. Y'all say, y'all ain't eating McDonald's in a long way. That's right, I ain't. Okay, so here we are. You started doing ERSs here. Have you moved in annuity money?
I have not.
If we were, say, a Jesus or, say, a spy or, say, Jane had been watching you, would probably she have found money during these years on these appointments you went on?
She would have.
She would have. So you need to ask different questions, right? Mm-hmm. Did you just don't feel like, I'm trying to be, kind of tell us why you didn't do it.
More of a sense of fear. Like
Just fear?
Yeah. I mean,
What does fear stand for? Right? Fear is because we don't know. What's the number one step, the beginning of wisdom? Do you know?
Beginning of wisdom? I do
beginning
not.
of wisdom? Who knows what number it is? Beginning of wisdom. You know what it is? See if he knows what it is. He's sure. Chris knows what it is. He's almost a doctorate.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. I ain't scared of God. You are stupid. That joker bad to the bone. He will mess you up, turn you into a pile of salt where you get turned around. What a dadgum, you have an army of frogs coming on your head. Locusts come upside you. What's the number one? What's the beginning of wisdom, Chris? Fear of the Lord. You know, my kids, y'all know what the number 2 thing is? They said, you, Daddy. Fear you, Daddy. That's right. That's right. Does that make sense? But fearing the Lord is the fear. After that, it pretty much move on. Does that make sense? Does that help?
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
But you didn't know that
No.
because you weren't trained on that.
Well, I was just too hard-headed.
Well, you were hard-headed. How old are you?
32.
Yep. I'm kidding. If you can get them in the 24, 27 range, about 28, they start to deteriorate. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like a tree box, once it gets up over a foot tall, it's just hard to twist it around. You get it that hard, it starts to be difficult like that. You see, does that make sense? Y'all understand the tree analogy? You can't bend it and twist it and shape it and tighten a knot and get it to move over here and go over there. It's like it's got a mind of its own. It's like, I'm a tree. You know, it's like I'm a tree. You know, and you're like, this old man told me, we was in, I don't know, Europe or somewhere, and his wife told him he couldn't do something. He said, what am I, a mountain? I'm a man. I can change. And I was like, no, because men, they just usually don't change. Does that make sense? Especially once it's set. You know, once it's set. You know, it's set. Like once the tree gets that big, it's set. You have to work on changing it when it's malleable. Does that make sense? But you still got a shot.
I hope so.
Right? But you got to help me. You got to be a cooperative tree. Does that make sense? What else do you need to improve on quickly this year? What else have you been scared of, I guess I'd say?
They were scared of recruiting, like warm market.
All right.
So,
James, can you help him with that? James? Remind him what the number one fear and wisdom and all that is, okay? And then after that, it don't matter. And does it help you to know that everybody's as jacked up as you are in your family? Does that help you at all?
oh, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I got a lot of stories for you then. I can help you a lot because I say this, Addison, sometimes. I'm not sure if my self-image went up or if everybody else came down in my mind. You follow what I'm saying? I was like, when I found out everybody else was messed up, I was like, okay, I guess I can do it then. Does that make sense? A lot of people say you need to grow your self-image. And I go, I don't know. Maybe if you just understand how everybody else is messed up and succeeding, you would realize you don't have to have that good of self-image. You just got to get your butt out of the chair. Does that make sense? It's not so much your self-image as it is your work ethic. I know it sounds crazy, but I am telling you, I'm going to have multi-millionaires. I'm going to have guys that have stalled at $800,000 income and stalled, meaning they're not growing at $800,000. And I'm going to have them tell you how they got to $800,000. And while they're telling you, I'm going to sit there and go, and that's how you get to $4 million. But they're going to tell you how they got to $800,000. They're going to explain it to you. And it's going to have to do with this, work. Does that make sense? That's a W, work. That's going to stand for work from now on out.
You're talking about the self-image. The last time I saw you, you had a cut on your neck from when you were shaving. I got excited because like you cut yourself like I do.
My wife hears this stuff, and she's like, why do they think you're somebody? I said, because I work, and I put millions in the bank, and they think that makes me special. Does that make sense? Because I work, and they think that makes me something like a freakazoid because I work. Because I get my butt out of bed, because I read books, and I know words they don't know, and I make phone calls, and I get referrals, and I drive deaf. And they think that has something to do with how great of a person I have. And I go like, this is awesome. I'll just make more money, and they'll never, ever realize what a mess I am. Is that helping at all? Such a smart way of saying it, you know? I've met these people that make more money than me, and I've went around with them, and I've watched them eat. Some of them slap their mouth. I'll be like, that joker slapping his mouth while he's eating. I've seen boogers hanging out their nose. I'll be like, hey. And they'll be like, what? And I'll be like, what do you mean, what? This right here is a booger. That's the standard universal language. You got a booger hanging out your nose. Well, you not know sign language? And they'll be like, oh. Yeah?
I agree.
All right, what are you shooting for income? Dude, I know you got 3 kids.
Yep.
The other 2 in good health?
They are.
Tell us names and ages.
Connor's 6, Annalise is 3, and then Carly Jane is 5 months.
Oh, my gosh. So, 6 what?
6, 3, and 5 months.
Which one is this got the cystic fibrosis?
The 3-year-old.
So the 3-year-old's got the cystic, and then y'all had another one?
Yep.
Okay. Y'all fired up?
We are, and very tired.
See, he's fired up and tired. Okay, Bo. Lord have mercy. Let me explain something to you. Is it a girl, and a
Boy
boy?
and 2 girls.
2 girls?
Yep.
They're going to need cars, weddings, braces, clothes, college. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't food. You ain't seen financial stress like you getting ready to see financial stress, Bo. True that. I'm telling you. Except for one thing. You have a solution.
Yep.
Right there. You with me? Isn't that crazy? I'm so excited. This weekend, I'm going to have all my guys making $250,000, $800,000, millions of dollars, and they're coming in here, and they're going to talk about it. And the guy who went to prison, he's going to talk about what happened, how he got on Jesus' back, how he started reading, how he started praying, how he started working, so how he started associating with the right people, so where he put his hand out and started meeting people and asking questions. He's going to tell you. He's going to tell you he wasn't perfect. And don't none of y'all go like, really? Dude, he's been to prison. and listen, let me tell you something. How many's read his book? Y'all read his book? How many of y'all know that he put the words in that book? Keep your hand up if you know this, or you're shocked. How many of y'all know he put the words, meaning he left words out? How many of you know he left words out? How many of y'all leave words out when y'all talking about your life? How many of you leave chapters out? That did not happen. And you do not have a video. Right? When he's up there, know that. Know that. Know that. But here's what you do know. He texted me 5 or 6 times trying to get Amber trying to get somebody to take the call from his parole officer to tell her that he really was coming here. Wow. Does that make sense? Like he just texted and called me and texted, y'all got to take this phone call from a 409 number. And that we would just be doing something and not take it. He's like, y'all got to take this phone. In other words, he stayed after us just to get that phone call took. Does that make sense? Chase, you feel good? You fired up? How excited are you, bro?
I'm so excited. I can't even.
It's not fair to ask you, but I will ask you, what are you shooting for income-wise this year?
175,000 minimum.
Minimum. What's the maximum you're going for? Sit down. Good job. 175,000. I really think you should. Come here, closer. This is my success coin. John, here's the way it works. It says, what do I want? Most people don't know what they want. Erica, they don't know what they want. Sean, they don't know what they want. They just goof around and just wander around in life, and they're shocked when they don't get anything accomplished. Does that make sense? What do you want? What do you want? My boy that saved for me a while, was making $20,000 a month, started his own business. He wanted his own other business. He started it successfully. He makes a couple $100,000. Why is he coming back? He wants to hang out with me, and he thinks he can make more than $200,000 or $300,000. That's why. So what do I want? How do I get it? You want to be a dentist? This is the wrong spot. You need to go where they drill them, fill them, and bill them. Over here, we dial them and sell them and recruit them. Does that make sense? They ain't going to get you no dentistry job. Does that make sense? What do I want? I want to be married. Do you want a husband to take care of you? You want that you're going to have to take care of. What do you want? Do you want a good-looking one or an ugly one? Be careful. What do you want? You want one that likes to make money? You want one that loves you? You want what do you want? You want one that watches TV? You want one? What do you want? What do you want? Does that make sense? What do you want? You want a lot of money? You want to be executive vice president? You want to make $175,000? You want to make $250,000? You get to pick the number. You want to pick again? What number you want to make? $300,000. Just like that. You said that don't change nothing. You don't understand how it works if you don't think that didn't change nothing. That changed everything. That's an extra $125,000 a year. If you make $175,000, you might just be barely making it. But you throw an extra $125,000, it's like, ah! Does that make it? It's really weird when you make an extra $125,000. Just like that. Just because of what you want. And then the next question is, how do I get it? So I can tell you how to get it. The numbers you got is going to get you to 200. Just don't stop. And then if you find some annuities, it'll get you to 300. How do I get it? But how do I get it? Well, I can't be feared. I need no fear. So I need to read a book on no fear, or I need to hit a Bible upside my head. Does that make sense? Whatever you got to do to get you not feared. Maybe a miracle. Maybe you could come down Sunday morning. Maybe you could go to night owl. Does that make sense? Maybe you could talk to some of the annuity producers that are not as tall as you. Does that make sense? What do I want? How do I get it? So what do I want? Goals. There's people that want to come to this convention, but then they won't ask, how do I get to this convention? I want to come to the convention, but they don't say how. They say, I want to, but then they don't say how. Does that make sense? So if you are out there and you want to come to this convention, first thing you need to do is say how. Talk to the people that can help you. Ask them how. Don't talk to the people that can't help you. They can't help you. Does that make sense? The most valuable thing you can do is what you need to start doing. Check your bank account. Check your calendar. Check your gas tank. Check your upline. Do the most, whatever can accomplish what you're trying to do, and start doing that. Does that make sense? This is a secret to life. Hey, I got to do these quotes because Jeff did them for me and I forgot about them. Where are they, Billy? Have you got those? I'm going to do them again. No, this one, yeah. All right. Fanaticism is redoubling your effort when you've forgotten your aim. You're not really sure? Double down. You're not really sure? Double down. Bet more. Recruiting, I've tripled down. Okay? I more than doubled my aim, didn't I? I went psychotic aim because I will not be beaten. I will win some way, somehow. Fanatic displays strict standards and little tolerance for contrary opinions. I will make $300,000 a year, and I don't hear no junk about how I ain't going to do it. And if you could do your head like that, that'd be good too. Does that make sense? You know the head shake thing? I'm making $300,000. Come hell, come high water. I don't care if it hair-lips the governor. I don't care if it floods, rains, or hailstorm. I'm going to make $300,000. I understand my little girl is going to be fine, but either way, I'm making $300,000. If we have to go to the hospital again, we have to go to the hospital again, but I'm going to find a way to get $300,000 if I have to sell one of the doctors something. If I have to talk to every doctor in there and look at every one of them's policy, that's what I'm going to do. Every nurse, every practitioner, every sample person in there, I'm going to mess them up till I make my 300. Does that make sense? Very strict standards and little tolerance from contrary opinions. Does that make sense? Little tolerance. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that. I ain't listening to all that. Blah, blah, blah. Talk to the hand because the face ain't listening. Fanaticism is the pursuit of or defense of something in an extreme and passionate way that goes beyond normality. Something wrong with you. That's right. Does that make sense? Something wrong with you. I know that. That's like, who was my mama? No, who was it? Junior called me. No, it wasn't Junior. Somebody was telling me that somebody said I was crazy. I was like, what is this, a revelation? I can't remember who. Somebody called me and told me that. I said, this person's saying you're crazy. And then I said, I'm trying to remember who it was. I said, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why you care. And they was like, no, you don't understand. They said it in a mean sort of way. I was like, crazy's crazy. And by the way, you don't even know how crazy I am. This person might have a better concept. You know what I'm saying? I'm not normal. I'm fanatic. This is a business I believe in. I believe you should be doing 20 appointments a week. Should be doing 30. I think you should max out everything you got. If you show me a people, Jane, that's succeeding with minimal effort, I won't believe it because it's contrary to my belief system. I'm just like that. Now, I set that standard of doing everything you can. Does this make sense? Tad? Is that Tad? You know, it's that simple thing of just saying, hey, I expect people to go all out. I expect people to be ashamed. I expect people to be ashamed when they're not giving you everything they got. It's like I'm on your team, Andy, but I'm not trying. I'm not trying to play defense. I want to lose my mind. Does that make sense? I want to lose my mind. Like, why would people not be going all out? Why, if one of y'all or my team, if one of y'all don't go all out, I'm gonna be like, what? Team player? What's up? Does that make sense? Like, what? Team player? What's up? We're on the same team. We're trying to win. You not trying to win makes us look like a bunch of dum-dums. It makes our system look like it don't work. Does that make sense? So we're demanding. Does this make sense, Jane? We're demanding it. It's deference, all right? He did. This is pretty cool. What makes a fanatic? What makes a fanatic? Oh, God. Lost my mind here. Single-mindedness and enthusiasm. Craziness and focus makes a fanatic. Here's what they say. If you're only on one thing, you'll be boring. No, you'll be a fanatic. If you think about it, most people you know are fanatics. What's that? There's a bunch of them. What's Dave Chappelle known for? Basketball? Piano? He's funny. He's funny. You with me? What's Michael Jordan known for? And business. He does gamble. Business. He's a businessman. But he was a basketball man. You ever hear about him playing basketball anymore? No, because he's a businessman now. He's business. He's all business. He's crazy. People that become famous are usually fanatics, and they're usually single-minded. Like Andy's known for, if you go down at Burlington, you say, somebody know Andy, you go, yeah, that's that coupon book guy. You know why? Because when I was doing a coupon book buy, I was a coupon book guy. And then some of them say, that's that Amway guy. That's because I was all about Amway. Now I'm the Alliance guy. Does that make sense? This is what I do. I don't do 50 other things. You don't know me for this and know me for that, and this, that, and the other. Does that make sense? I'm boring except for one thing. People won't talk to me. Why do they want to talk to you? Because I'm fanatic. And because that fanaticism gets the result. Is this making sense? Is this helping? And then people say, well, my mom was making fun of me because I don't think about nothing else. What do you want me to do? You want me to change the rules how to get rich? Does that make sense? I don't know what to tell you. It's just the way it works. My mama, my family same way. Like you don't hang out at the swimming pool anymore. I go, you don't hang out in Italy no more. Oh, that's right, you've never been. I don't never see you down at Fat Frog anymore. I don't seem to remember seeing you in first class on the jet. I don't know what to tell you. We aren't seeing each other, are we? We must be traveling in different circles. I don't want to lose my friends. I don't lose my friends either. I just want to lose my debt. I want to lose my brokenness. I want to lose the chains that bind. I'm looking for freedom, baby. And I ain't wanting to go back neither. Hey, we're going to take a trip in April to Toronto, and you're invited. I think you're in contention. You're invited. I know you're in contention. You are in contention. Let's take a look at that leaderboard real quick. I don't know where it is. I'm thinking it might be here. There it is. It's that one right here. All right. 40 people. I want to pay for your flight, crazy hotel, crazy dinner, and let's go maybe check out the Toronto Blue Jays, and let's rent a suite, and let's have all kinds of crazy food in there. Who's in? Does that make sense? Go on band, say, I want to join, I want to compete. So right now, here's the 35 people that are going to win. If it ends, okay, the people that have a 1 beside their name, that's a lottery ticket. We're going to draw 5 people a lottery ticket. The way you lead a lottery ticket is you make 5 sales. So Terry Edwards had 6 sales, so he's got 1 lottery ticket. If he does 4 more, that'll give him 10. He has 2 lottery tickets, okay? And Nick Neitzel and Nick Tafflenboss. I saw Nick. There's Nick. Nick got a lottery ticket. Nick got a lottery ticket. He could win an all-expense-paid trip to Toronto. David Bragg. So these people have 1 lottery ticket. There's one way down here. Kelly Haney has 1 lottery ticket. She sold 5 applications for $2,000. She's ranked number 72. But the top 35 people are going to go no discussion. By the way, we don't ask you if you have allergies. We don't ask you if you're a girl. We don't ask you what your daddy did to you when you was little, if he loved on you or he didn't love on you. We don't care. We're just going to take you on a trip. We're going to have a good time. But you don't have to eat peanuts if you're allergic to them. But that's a different thing. Does that make sense? You're going with us. Okay, Shannon has already, and this is only foresters, she's already issued 16,000 in 18 days of the year. This goes through the 18th, which is Saturday. She has written 14 applications for 16,000, almost 17,000. She's number one in the country. A veteran means that she was hired before 2018. If you were hired after 18, between 18 and 19, you're called a pro. And then you're a rookie if you were hired in 2019. Who else? If you see your name on here, stand up. I'm not sure if we got anybody in here. Are you on there, Annette? Ethan, I know you're on here. Stand up. Y'all slide down and let them come up here. So Robert Wilson, y'all know Sarge is number 2 in the country. Merlene is number 3. Jeremico Edwards, Joe Dukes, Brittany, Mike and Brittany Rodriguez, Andrew. Bo, come here. Come here. Look at there, Bo. Look at you. This is a 90-day drag race. 90 days, boom, yow. Mike Leventovich, Debbie Ben, DJ is on there. Woohoo! Tim Sipe. There's Tim. Where's Tim at? Tim Sipe, raise your hand. Somebody, Terry, Tim, love to see you. There's Tim Sipe. Wait, whoa. Look at here. So there's people who started with us in 2014, 2012. They're all below DJ. You make sense? So what happens is there's really more pros going. There's supposed to be 20 veterans, 10 pros, and 5 rookies. The problem is, or the interesting thing is, that the pros can push the veterans out and more pros can win. I'll try to show you. So, Austin Heater, come on up here, bro. You're right there. You're number 12 right there, Bo. He's a veteran. Jason, so in other words, DJ's new to the company, but he's spanking all these other people because he got fired, right? Jason, Tony, Mark Hutchinson. Jake and Veray. By the way, Jake went with me last year. He's a rookie. He was only with the company like 6 months. And by the way, he was a hammer and nail guy. Carried the shingles on a ladder guy. He fell off and about broke his back. The doctor said, you need to find something where you ain't having to work so hard. So he got into insurance or got into the Alliance and he started winning trips and making money. So there's 2 rookies. Oh, that's a pro. This is a rookie. This guy started this past year, and he's already winning it. Lisa Lyon, Adam Katz, Angela Manso, Jason Tony Walker, Mike and Kerry Williams. Here's another rookie, Brittany Flores, part of Paul Roberts' team, already 21 in the country. Drudge, Eric and Lisa, they're pros. Bonita Mitchell, brand new. Annette Ivy, where you at, Annette? There she is. Look at this. Come here, girl. You're 24 in the company with 4th. All you've done is 4 outs. Here's what most people say. I didn't know that such a small amount mattered. Not only did it matter, it puts you at 24. Let's just look and see how to get you out. You go does that make sense? 2,000, you would have been out. So 1 out, you might have been out. 1 out. It's just work. Let's see the difference between you and number 1. 4,000 versus 16,000. So 4 times, huh? You got 2 more coming. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you something. All these people are gonna say the same thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody always says. Does that make sense? You got a GSD. Now I'm telling you, these people have them in there just waiting too. Do you tell her, Clay? Kind of express to her how livid I was that those policies were not.
Very upset.
I was
Very upset.
very upset. I was very upset. Not at you. I'm very upset that they're out there. If we get more upset then Jared Gonzalez gets upset, I bet you we get ours issued. The madder we get, the more chance we get of getting them out of purgatory. Earth is when you write the out, purgatory is pending, and heaven is when we get paid. And them apps are in purgatory, and I'm not happy. We could all pray, or we could call up whoever's in charge of purgatory, and we go, pass them, baby, stamp them. Does that make sense? Okay, Annette, that's Annette. Christian Cameron. Jara Gonzalez. Jara went away for about a year to Hawaii, and now she came back from Hawaii. You can write in business Hawaii, but she came back and started writing like crazy. She's already winning. Stephanie Rodriguez, I don't know Stephanie. Fred Butler, I don't know. These are rookies. Barry Spates, Matthew Bueno. Look at all these rookies that are winning. Patricia, look at the rookies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I thought there's only supposed to be 5 rookies because they're pushing the pros out and they're pushing the veterans out. It's kind of crazy, ain't it? Look, I don't know if, yeah, here we go. These are veterans that have been outdone by rookies or pros, but they're veterans. These are pros that have been outdone by the veterans. So in other words, if those rookies wasn't doing good, Terry would be in there and Janina would in there. Janina went with us last year. This is just going to be such a crazy contest. Cameron Ashcroft, look, Sarah Paul. So these people, there's a number, 2,000. But see how he did 4,600? Terry's done more business, but we're giving a discount to the rookies and the pros. So he's got to beat the worst pro, or the worst. He's got to beat the worst veteran. Where's the worst veteran? The worst veteran's 4,900. Look at this, 4,900. So Terry is at 4,600. So you telling me if he was 4,900, if he was 5,000, if he was 4,949, he would be right there, and Mike and Carrie would flip to here. Does it kind of make sense? All right, what else can I tell you? We got to get out of here. Rolex. We're giving away 13 Rolexes. If we gave away 13 Rolexes today, Brandon and Ashley Beal would get it, Sharon Barnhart, Terry Edwards, Megan Wood, Jeremy Patton, Debbie Ben, Jan Miller, Mike and Carrie, Paul Epstein, Tim Sight, you'd be getting a Rolex. Robert Wilson, Joe Dukes, and Brant, is that a Rolex? 13 of them. At the end of the year, the top 13 people are going to win a Rolex. Ethan Dewar, you see how close you are, bro? Look how close you are. 17.4, 17.188. That's the difference in a $5,000 or $10,000 Rolex. Or does that make sense? What it don't make sense is, here's what don't make sense. What do you want? How do you get it? It's such a thin line between you and success, and it's up to you to step over it. And the good thing about this company, the person I like the best, is it's non-discriminatory. You say, well, you said if I was 24, it'd be easier for me to tell you what to do. I got an idea. You tell yourself what to do. Because a tree can do what a tree want to do, right? People say, a tree can't make no choices. Some people think they can. You're not a tree. What are you, a mountain? What are you, a tree? You're a man. You're a woman. Do what you want to do. There should be a song that says that. Do what you want to do. Something like that. Don't y'all think? You can do what you want to do. That's the sure thing. You could be a Dr. Seuss book. You got brains in your head and feet in your shoes. You get to do whatever you choose. I wish y'all would come see us. I am 20 minutes over. I've never done that. I apologize for going late. I do get paid overtime. Y'all don't. Love you. Bye.